Hey there, we are back in the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen with Chef Brandi Alexander, who is teaching us some great do-it-yourself hacks for some everyday items. We're talking about things that maybe you're in the middle of cooking and you're like, oh, I need this or that.
I need this, but I don't have it.
And I don't want to spend $10, $5,
or you know, waste all of the extra you're left over with. Before our first break, we did buttermilk, and we just put a cup of whole milk in here and a tablespoon of lemon. All it has to do is set for 3 minutes, and I'm going to show you now. It has curdled.
Can we show with the top camera, guys? This is really cool. You can see all the where it curdled.
Yes, you can see where it's curdled and coagulated, and we have buttermilk now. You can replace this for buttermilk in any of your recipes. And if you want to drink it, just strain the little chunks out, and you can drink it as buttermilk. But this is a replacement for any recipe for buttermilk.
We left it there for what?
4 minutes? Yeah, 3 minutes.
Something like that, yeah. All right, well, next up, you want to tackle,
we're going to do brown sugar next.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar is another thing. You know, you might be in the middle of baking and you don't have any brown sugar. You don't want to go to the store, and you probably have a 6-year-old jar of molasses that's been sitting in your cabinet from one time you made gingerbread cookies once upon a time. So all you've got to do is, for every cup of sugar, we have 2 cups of sugar here, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of molasses. So 1 tablespoon per 1 cup of sugar. And all you have to do is take a fork and mix this up.
And that is it?
Yes, it's going to take, you know, a minute. Just kind of push your fork down and scrape.
Yeah.
You can use any kind of molasses. I like to use blackstrap molasses. It has a lot of iron and other nutrients in it. So it helps you, get your daily intake of iron. I'm going to let you keep mixing that. Just push down and scrape.
Okay.
And if it's too light, add a little bit more molasses. If you've made too dark of a brown sugar, add a little bit more of the white. So you can kind of customize it for whether you'd like white or dark sugar. We're going to add a little bit more to that. I'm going to let you mix that up while we're making our next thing.
Okay. Look, it's already getting that consistency.
It's super easy, and it's delicious. Good. There's no preservatives in it.
What is the name of the maple syrup you like again?
Blackstrap molasses.
Blackstrap molasses.
You want to add molasses to it, but the blackstrap has tons of iron in it.
Okay.
Okay, the next thing we're going to do while you're mixing up is we're going to make homemade vanilla extract.
Okay.
2 ingredients.
That got expensive.
Yes, vanilla extract is so expensive, and I'm going to show you how to make tons of it for super cheap. Okay. So the first thing you need are 6 vanilla beans. Now, before you come at me and say these are so expensive, you can order a pack of 12 of them on Amazon for $9.99. Okay. That many vanilla beans is going to make a 1.5 cups of vanilla extract. Okay. So all we're going to do, we're going to take our vanilla bean, and you want to cut a slit down the middle of it. You don't have to completely cut it in half, but you want to expose the inside. So just cut a slit down your vanilla bean and cut it into thirds. Okay, so you have 3 pieces of vanilla beans. Okay. There's 6 vanilla beans total here. I'm going to stick them in a mason jar. And all you have to do is take your favorite brand of vodka. I've got Tito's vodka here. And I'm going to pour a 1.5 cups of vodka right on those. And that's literally it. So you're going to put the lid on this.
2 ingredients, that's all.
You're going to give it a shake. You're going to put that in your cabinet. You want to give it a shake once a week. That's all you have to do. Set an alarm in your phone to shake your vanilla. And after 8 weeks, you're going to have your own vanilla extract. This is one that I made.
That's a lot. I feel like, if you have that ready to go,
this
that's all you need for the year.
Real vanilla extract at the store would be,
oh my gosh, Brandi, don't get me started.
$80 probably. And with the vodka and the vanilla beans, 1 package of vanilla beans and a 1/2 pint of vodka, you can make 3 cups of vanilla extract. Now, I said you can use it after 8 weeks. It'll be the best after about 4 or 5 months. Okay. Another great thing is,
what if you need to get into it to use it for something?
Here's another great thing. So I used 2 tablespoons of this yesterday. Okay. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vodka back to it. When you take some of the extract out, you can add more vodka, and it just keeps remaking itself. Okay. The important thing you want to do, though, is never let the vanilla beans be sticking up out of the liquid. Okay. So keep covering, yes,
at the bottom.
Keep covering them in vodka. And this is ready to go again. It's going to give you an amazing flavor. It's going to have so much more vanilla taste than, you know, just an extract from the store. And all you have to do is shake it once a week.
Like with the store-bought vanilla extract, once you've used it, once we've hit the time where you know you can begin using it, do you need to keep it in the refrigerator after each use?
No, you're going to keep that in a cool, dark cabinet. Just make sure it has a tight-fitting lid on it, and it just sits in a cabinet.
And I know you like the Tito's vodka. What if you just have like some other vodka?
You can use any kind of vodka. You don't want to use flavored vodka because then you're going to be adding sugars and things like that into it that'll affect the process. But whatever kind of vodka you like, you can use.
You want to see my progress here?
Right now, Claudia's made us some light brown sugar.
I got a little bit on the fork, but look at that. That completely changed. Oh, I gotta like mix that.
The smell is great. It's fluffy. All you would have to do now is stick it in a mason jar. You can tell I love mason jars.
You do.
And if it starts to get clunky and sticks together, you can put a little piece of orange peel in there, close the lid, and it'll provide the moisture to keep it from clunking up.
Look at that. Got a little bit more there on the bottom, a little bit more work to do. But again, man, that smells good.
It smells so great. Those two things together would make a perfect cookie.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Now, while we were gone, all I put in here, I put in 2 cups of heavy cream, and I put in a teaspoon of salt.
This is our butter. We're making butter.
Yes, homemade butter. This is my favorite thing to make. I put in 2 cups of heavy cream, a teaspoon and a half of salt, and I just let this thing go on high for 3 minutes.
Okay.
The first thing that's going to happen is it's going to turn into whipped cream. Okay? Keep it going.
Okay.
Once it goes past whipped cream, it's going to start to stiffen. And if you look in here, you have big chunks of butter. Let's get this to where they can see inside.
Okay.
And then this liquid that's going to run off, you'd want to strain this at home. This is true buttermilk that you buy in the store.
Right. You can use this for something else, I bet.
You can drink this. You can use it in your muffin recipes, your biscuits. That is buttermilk right there. You don't want to waste it. Now, the important thing to preserving butter so that it lasts for a very long time, you're going to take your butter out of here. I'm going to give you a hunk of it.
Okay.
And what's really important is that you wash it. You have to wash the butter.
You got to wash the
making a mess up because what's going to make it go rancid is if you leave the buttermilk in it. All of this cloudiness that you see coming into this water.
And then you're patting it.
Yes, we're going to pat it, try to squeeze the moisture out, and then we need to wash it a second time.
Okay.
Because you want to make sure that none of that buttermilk is left in it. So stick it back in there, squish it around.
Far less cloudy in this one, right? Okay.
Squeeze that out.
You don't want rancid butter.
No, and now if you get all of the buttermilk out of it, you can leave it on the counter for weeks. You know, butter is shelf stable. In the refrigerator, this will last forever. Now, if you don't get all the buttermilk out, it's going to mold and go rancid after a couple of days.
Okay.
And look, we can even, roll it into, we've got a stick of homemade butter here.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
All you need is one ingredient, just the cream. But if you want salted butter like I do, I even use salted butter in my dessert recipes. I never buy unsalted. All you do is add salt. And
that's it.
Here we have homemade butter.
Right. I get out a spoon and start tasting that too, but I'm going to gross everybody out.
Oh, that's it. I might have done that this morning.
And that's it. Let me grab a napkin here. Once again, these videos are, you can check out this one too, is on Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yes, Chef.Brandi.
Right? Saving you money. Making things where you know all the ingredients.
And it's fun, you know, get the kids involved. My kids love making homemade butter. You know, experiment with it. You can cook with this just like regular butter. Eat it. Anything that you can do with regular butter, you can do with this.
And you can leave it out at room temperature, and that's totally
fine. As long as you get all the buttermilk out, yes.
All of that out. Oh my goodness, we learned so much today. Don't you think there's a trend towards people wanting to make and do their own things and knowing exactly the ingredients?
Yes, you know, where it came from. And I think it gives people a sense of pride to be able to make their own things, you know, and take out all of those preservatives and things that we just don't need to eat that they're packing into food.
And save some money. Be sure to follow Chef Brandi on TikTok and Instagram. You can also go to southern-flair.com to connect with her as well. But check out those recipes. Always great to see you. Thank you so much.